Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today on Ramblings, I have some very, very disturbing news. I would say, I know Elvis, I'm pretty upset about it. I would say that I'm surprised, but I'm really not. In the world we live in today, this kind of stuff happens, and it is very unfortunate. But when you're dealing with private entities that control their product, what are you going to do? Seriously, what are you going to do? I have no, I have very little recourse, very little room to maneuver here. It is cold today, guys. We have the storms coming through. I got more bad news, and I'll be talking about that here shortly. But I'm gonna give you the unfortunate, crazy stuff first. Okay? I know, Elvis. I'll get to the point. This is rambling. Goodness gracious. Work-Life Coffee. I emailed Caleb from Work-Life Coffee today saying, "Hey, Caleb, getting kind of low on the coffee. Plus, my viewers really would love another giveaway. I know, Elvis. I need some coffee." So hopefully I get a response back from him, get some more delicious Work-Life coffee. Link down in the description if you want to get some for yourself, or show up on Tuesday Night Lives and may win some for yourself. I like my giveaways. They're fun. I always make sure all my winners get their products and enjoy them, and I always check back with them. And well, not always check back with them. Sometimes I don't know them, you know, from regular viewers, but because I have regular viewers win, I've got viewers that came in one time for the giveaway, and then also got moderators like Auntie Ann wins every time. And she used to say that she was the only one, I was the only one that ever she would ever win on their channels. She was very, very lucky. I'll tell you that, very, very lucky. She used to not like Nightbot. Now I use Nightbot app to pick my winners, and I think now she likes them. Very, very good. Oh, I'm sorry for slurping my coffee. This microphone I've got really picks up those noises. So when I drink it here next time, I'll try not to slurp, okay? Because I've had people say on my comments, your slurping is really disturbing me. I do apologize. I do apologize. Because that microphone, it does pick up some, all noises. It picks up all noises. They say my microphone was messing up last night on my live stream. I think I may have had the gain turned up a little too high, because I was getting animated. I was getting animated. That's right, Elvis. So let's get back to what was disturbing. And it did have to do with my live last night. My live on YouTube. It was not a Tuesday night live. It was a Monday night live. David from Come On Homesteading normally goes live at 6 p.m. on Monday. I go live at 7 p.m. on Tuesday. And he called me and said, "Hey, Tim, can we swap the times? I'm bowed up, and it would really benefit me." And I said, "Well, it works out good for me too, because I've got issues with my brother coming in, and it'll work out okay." So I went ahead and went live 6 p.m. on Monday night, got the live set up, had a good time, had, you know, close to 200 people in there. Love every single one of you. I didn't get the 1,300, 1,500 that David gets, but, you know, I got my crew. I got my crew. Appreciate y'all. So the live was over with. It was a really good live, hour long. I know, Elvis, I'm getting to it. Just give me a second. Wrapped everything up, put all my equipment up, commenced relaxing, watching a little television, and I happened to check my YouTube analytics, and there was this big notification. And I'm like, man, I haven't seen one of these in a long time. I haven't seen something like this since I tried to clean my 9mm on a live stream before. Years ago, I did that as, you know, as a test to see how far it would go. I pulled out my Smith & Wesson M&P Actually, it was a 40 caliber. And I pulled it out and I disassembled it and started cleaning it. It was disassembled, right? It wasn't, you know, working firearm. Pew pew, I should say. I gotta be careful here. And I think within 10 minutes, the live was shut down. I mean, just not like demonetized or anything. It stopped. The live stopped. And I was like, wow, that escalated quickly. So last night was just your typical live, except for it was on Monday night instead of Tuesday night. And I went into a diatribe for a little bit. I don't know what instigated it. I think it was because of the weather. My brother was supposed to fly in yesterday, and my niece, and because of high winds in the Northeast, their flight was canceled, not postponed. It was canceled. You saw the plane that flipped over in Toronto. That was the same period. So I'm glad it was canceled. They weren't part of that mess. So trying to get that rescheduled and everything. And so last night I was telling about that, and the topic of climate came up. And I was talking to somebody recently about climate change, global warming, the impending ice age. You're like, Tim, what? So yeah, I was talking about that, and I never denied it. Matter of fact, I said portions of it were real, and I never said man had no involvement in it. Didn't say that. I did give my opinion on it. And if you haven't seen it, go check out. I'll see if I can leave a link to it right up there. But so it wasn't a hit piece. It wasn't political at all. It wasn't false information. It wasn't. It was just an editorial. It was just my opinion on a subject, and I really didn't get even too deep into it because it was just my live stream, right? I don't know, maybe somebody, I didn't get to, while I was talking, I didn't really read the chat, the comments, but you know, those could be blocked and edited. But anyway, I get this notification. I was demonetized. Crickets. Elvis is silent. He's pretty blown away too. You guys know that I retired from my main job, my corporate job of 27 years, with the intent to do YouTube full time. Building my barn house and solar and barn and infrastructure and livestock and all that. It's gonna be a fun journey, right? It's gonna be a long, fun journey. So YouTube is my sole and only income. Demonetized. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Was that quiet enough? I kind of did slurp a little bit. I'm sorry. It's kind of hard not to. It's quiet out here. I live in the country. So, I just heard my water heater kick on. Whew, it is cold out here. Now, I will say this before you get to worrying too bad. It wasn't my entire channel was demonetized, okay? It was that individual video. But as quickly and without reason that they can do that, they could do that to my whole channel. They could do that to all my videos. They could do that to this video because I even mentioned the topic of that video. And that's scary. When I clicked on it to find out, excuse me, more information, zero. It said they use a combination of AI and human review to determine what can and cannot be monetized on their platform, YouTube. So whether it was AI or whether it was person or someone reported it. Because like during my live stream when I was cleaning the pew pew, I'm pretty sure somebody reported it. They saw someone doing that because it is against their community standards to do that. I knew that. But this is just an editorial. This is just an entertainment piece. not a statement of science or fact or anything. I ain't no scientist. I mean, I did play one time on YouTube, and I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express, so I don't know if that qualifies me, but so I did put a review request in, and hopefully a person will watch it. But again, the people that are watching it are pretty much the kind of people that don't like hearing people talk about subjects that they don't want to hear. The tolerance level on the left is so low. And it used to be that the left always preached tolerance, but they preach tolerance as long as you agree with them. It's just been amazing these last 4 years or so how intolerant people have become on the left. If you have any varying opinion on subjective subjects, things that don't have 100% definitive answers, and even then and I know it's on both sides. Intolerance is terrible on both sides. I'm denouncing it right now. You don't have to promote things that you disagree with, but you need to have a little tolerance, okay? Live and let live, right? As long as it doesn't affect you or interfere with your life and your ability to live a productive, joyful life, let it go, man. Let it go. But that's not the society we live in anymore. You're not allowed to speak your opinion. Now, here's one thing that I concede. It is a private platform. It's not, and a lot of people misunderstand the First Amendment, the right to free speech. That only applies to government. The government shall not infringe on your ability for free speech. On a private platform, you have zero first right considerations. Zero. You come over to my house and I don't like what you're saying, I tell you to leave. Government can't, you can't say, oh, First Amendment, I can tell you I don't like your hat. Your hat is ugly. You look stupid in that hat. You might get a pop nose if you keep on too much. I slurped again, darn it. Sorry. So it is their platform, and they can do that, and that's the scary thing. Now people say go over to Rumble and all that stuff, and it's just not the same. When I do my reviews and how-tos and all that, YouTube's the platform for it to be, and all my friends over here on YouTube and everything. But it is a scary, scary situation that I can lose my income based on giving my opinion and not even doing it in a matter-of-fact kind of way. I was just giving my little opinion of little old me and what I do here in West Tennessee, because I ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? So that's a scary thing. So hopefully, and the thing is, the video, how videos work on YouTube, you make a video, especially a live stream gets watched, then it gets watched a day or so in the replay, and that's it. That's all the views you get on a live stream. You don't get a week later thousands and thousands of people coming in to watch your live stream. That's usually not how it happens. So they demonetize it. They say within 7 days they'll have somebody review it. Well, in 7 days, it's done. It's not gonna help me. So that is booyakaka, as my brother David would say. Booyakaka. That was quieter. So dealing with that, but it's okay. It's okay. I gotta mind my P's and my Q's. And guys, if you know where that phrase comes from, mind your P's and your Q's, let me know. I love finding out these kind of things. Leave a comment down below. Where did the phrase minding your P's and Q's come from? Because my P's and my Q's, I don't really mind them. I've never really minded a Q. I don't know. If you know the answer to that, let me know. So back to the situation about the weather. See my breath? It's getting cold out here. We are supposed to get, coming in tonight, 1 to 3 inches, you're like, 1 to 3 inches, that ain't nothing, of snow or ice. Ice, baby. No. Don't want no ice. Ain't nobody got time for ice. Because if my brother comes in and it gets icy, he'd planned on going to Alabama the next day. And we got like 1 grader for the entire county, and these back roads, I live out in the country, you know. I don't live in the city like David says I do. He is renting an SUV. He changed his rental car. He's flying into Nashville to an SUV. So I think what we're going to do, this is, again, he's on the plane right now. I think what we're going to do is he's going to go from Nashville to Alabama. My sister has off tomorrow. Spend tonight and tomorrow with her, and then come here and spend a day or so with me, and then go back to Nashville and fly out on Friday. Now, also on Friday, my dad and stepmom are coming in. Now, I believe they're going to go to Alabama and then come here and then go back to Nashville. So it is a crazy turn of events, and I'm hoping, I mean, their flight may get canceled too, because they're supposed to get another big storm up the Northeast. They're flying out of Vermont, so I don't really know what airport they'll fly out of. I forgot. I flew into Vermont one time, and I think I actually flew into the next state over, and then drove in. Don't quite remember. That's one of the hazards of living up north, you know. It's beautiful up there, but weather does play a consideration. On a lighter side, on a lighter note, I got up this morning and came outside the Ridge crib, and right outside the door, right behind the camera you're looking at me at right now, were 2 deer. They were 10 yards maybe, which is nothing, guys. They trotted off into the woods just right over there, just a short little ways, and we're like, hey, you know, we're eating this green grass that's in this, you know, because there's some green grass over here. It's crazy weather, you know. It was in the 70s last week, and now it's going to be 8 degrees. It's going to be 8 degrees tomorrow, 8 degrees, night. But that was cool, seeing those deer right outside my, and it's the second or third time I've seen them out here several times. Well, Grandma Carol came over, and I was talking to David. Of course, she knew I was on the phone with David, so she had to run over and say, hey, David. You know, now, she knocked on the door and came in and said, there were 2 deer out here, and this was after I saw the deer. So apparently the deer waited for me to go back inside, and they came right back out and started eating this pretty green grass, which is really cool. I love living in the country. If you've never experienced country life, you don't know what you're missing. It is really, I mean, city life, I like to visit a city on occasion, but I would not like to live in a city. That's like the beach, the Florida and stuff. Florida. I love visiting, you know, Orlando and Panama City and Destin and that whole area. And I lived in Florida for a little while. It's not the climate that I prefer. It rains every day in the summer for an hour, half hour or so. It's humid afterwards. It's humid. It's just it's a great place to visit, kind of like the city. But give me the rolling hills of West Tennessee, the mountains of Arkansas, the mountains of East Tennessee. That's gorgeous over there. South Carolina. Ooh, love me some low country. Love me some low country. But we have a beautiful country we live in. We have some beautiful people. I've met through YouTube thousands of people that I never would have met, and I'm honored and blessed to say that you're a friend. You know, it's a very unique friendship, but you're a friend. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you do. So besides having a family visit, you know, I do have a couple of videos coming out this week, and I've got some big news coming. Don't know the details of it yet, I'll give you a little tease here. But as soon as I get the details, I'll spill the beans, okay? But I do have some big news. And I'm excited. I'm very excited. I have not scheduled David and Mike to come help erect the steel carport yet. I still need to dry out a little bit. Of course, this snow and ice coming is not going to help that. But I want to get the gravel situated a little bit better. And I want to get the footer stanchions installed and level. And then that way when they get here, we can just start putting it all together, right? I want to get that slow work done first before they get here. So I may actually put all 6 of the vertical beams up. I'm pretty sure, because they're not the 16 and 19 foot beams. They're the, I think one's like 9 and one's like 12 or 11. I'm pretty sure I can get those up either with my tractor or just manhandling it, you know. I got skills. I ain't got tractor skills though. I told you about that. Y'all are making, but you're way too nice to me about my tractor skills, because I definitely, without that box blade on the back, and I ran that tractor like the box blade was back there when I was moving on that gravel, and it really showed how little experience I have with some things on that tractor. Some things I'm pretty good at it, you know. Bush hogging and stuff, I've done so much of that now. But heavy equipment usage, you know, I'm a novice. I'll tell you right now, I'm a novice. Right here, David's putting out a video dissing me and Old Blue, and I just can't believe he's trying to start that tractor wars. Now he's trying to say that tractor wars was never really a thing. It was over before it started, and he is a really good tractor operator. In almost all categories, Old Blue is a better tractor. Uber can lift about 50 pounds more, and it is a much newer tractor. But almost every other factor, Old Blue is a better tractor. Now, David is a better tractor operator. I'll 100% give him that. He's got a lot more seat time than I do. And but I got a lot more coming, and I'm going to get better. And it's on like a Donkey Kong, as David says. All right, guys, I'm a little cold, and I've got some stuff I got to get prepared before family comes. So I love every single one of you. Hopefully my video gets monetized again, and if it does, it ain't gonna help much, and if it doesn't, it's just scary, because what's next? My entire channel, my livelihood, do I have to go back to work? It's scary. It's scary. So, love every single one of you. Until next time, hope everyone has a blessed day, and keep rambling and go Ridge Life. Woo!